Alright, as you can see from the title of this video, it's about top 10 puzzles that I want to come back. Now, what I mean by come back is to be reproduced. In my last video, before this one, I talked about this wisdom ball making a comeback. And it's being reproduced and stuff like that. So that gave me a thought of what other puzzles that I want to make a comeback and would like to see coming back. In that video, I already described one puzzle, but I'm going to include it in this list of the 10 puzzles. And some of these puzzles are unique, but not that much. And about a few of these puzzles I don't have for this list, but I'm still including it. And all these puzzles are in no particular order whatsoever. So, the first puzzle I would like to have back is the Alexander Story. The reason being is that this is an interesting puzzle in the way of the movement, and you don't really see much other puzzles like this today that move in the same fashion and have similar solved states and similar stuff. But yeah, next puzzle would be the Impossible, which is, this is the 6-colored version, but there's a 12-colored version out there. But this is the original Netflix one. It turns like this. Basically, it's equivalent to a Pyraminx or Pyraminx. Yeah. It's interesting because it's one of the first few puzzles to be produced of the Pyraminx style format, which is corners only Megaminx. Like a Megaminx with corners only on all the faces. The next one is a bit of a surprise. Not really a bit of a surprise, but it's something even more unique, which is the mini Pyraminxes. Now, if you pick up a Pyraminx today, you'll see that the Pyraminx is this size, and let me compare it to one of the normal 3x3, so that you can get the idea of size comparison. Okay, you got it. And now, comparing it to these two Pyraminxes, this mini one and then this keychain one. Now, the mini one is about this big. And then the keychain one is about that big. Now, for today, you don't see that many Pyraminxes smaller than the standard size. I would like to have them be back again. I especially like the size of this mini one, because it just feels much nicer in my hand, and feels much more nicer in my hand, and stuff like that. But the size of it is not too overly big, compared to like the size of this one, normal standard size, and this is my Shengshao one. And then with this one, it's small, but not too terribly small, but it's small enough to fit on your keychain, keyring, whatever you call it, and play around with it on the go. This next puzzle is this Rubik's clock, the Rubik's brain clock. Now you're thinking, wait, clock? Why clock? It's already made a comeback. Yes, it has. But those ones that are being produced nowadays are crap. Pure crap. While the Rubik's brain clock is much better. And I hope that Rubik will make this again. After it's been initially first produced in 1988 and got discontinued in like 1993, I think. I don't really remember exactly. Next one would be Missing Link. The reason why I'm putting this on the list is because of the unique aspect of it. It's one of those twisty, slidey puzzles. As you can see. And plus, it'll open up a wide variety of audience because not many people know what this type of puzzle is. Never seen this puzzle before. Yeah. Few more puzzles that I have in my collection that I'll be discussing in this video. This next one is the Hungarian Supernova. Now, although I don't have the Hungarian Supernova, but I do have a Pyraminx that is almost identical looking. Now, the Hungarian Supernova was one of the original Pyraminxes that was produced back in the 80s, along with the Tomy Pyraminx, and a few others. But that Pyraminx had its own specific look to it. It had a face look that's very similar to this one. Where the stars on it were extremely, like super extremely sharp and deeper pointed, and more pointy than your standard Pyraminx look. Just compare it, and how often do you see a Pyraminx that looks a lot like this one? Not very often. You most likely see a Pyraminx that looks a lot like this one. Yeah. Then this last puzzle of mine that I have in my collection, before I go over the last few that are not in my collection, is Touch Cube. Now you may be thinking, this is a blank cube. But mine is kind of funky right now. It's not working well. But basically what it is an electronic 3x3 that you swipe around in order to solve it. So imagine an iPhone or Android or smartphone app that allows you to solve the Rubik's Cube virtually, but put into 3D perspective. Because what it is, what they did was to make it so that the top face is the face that you can only swipe to turn it. Because when you're holding it, you may accidentally swipe a layer on one of these other sides that you're holding and do all these other things. And it also has features as in like guidance, help, scramble, solve it, undo, volume, and a few other features as well. Now on to the puzzle that I don't have in my collection, but I would want to be reproduced. This first one is the Dodecahedron. Now the Dodecahedron, as you can see from this picture, is an interesting looking puzzle. It's a icosahedron puzzle. There's not very many icosahedron shaped puzzles out there that you can buy that's mass produced. Now, although that there are a few, but not many, and this Dodecahedron was the first icosahedron shaped puzzle to be produced. The next one is the Golden Cube, as you can see in this picture. The Golden Cube is a cube shape mine. As in, like, Tony Fisher, when he originally created that puzzle, I'm not sure. Okay, so he originally created the puzzle by misaligning this cube, something like this. And then build up upon it, make it back into a cube shape. Yeah. And then this last one. Now, for the golden cube, I missed out on the opportunity of buying it. So, that's why I wanted the golden cube to come back. And with the golden cube, you can find them on eBay every now and then. But the prices for those are like ridiculous. Like $100 plus or more. And sometimes Tony Fisher would make another copy of it and sell it on eBay. But he doesn't do it all the time. He does it every now and then. But the final puzzle that I want to have a comeback is called the Orbit, which is this puzzle in front of you on the screen. Basically, what it is a ball puzzle with 4 different loops of rings that has the ball turn in the style of a square 1, where it turns like halfway through down like this. But you can move those pieces around and solve them in a different, solve them by basically loop of colors and stuff like that. And it's one of those unique puzzles that don't really see that type of puzzle that often. But anyway, this is my top 10 puzzle that I want to have a comeback and be reproduced. So, my question to you, like I did in my previous video, is what other puzzles do you want to have a comeback and make a comeback? And so, yeah, I would like to hear your responses for that question.